Well, good morning. We are back from spring break. It may not actually be morning when you see this, especially since we are just coming back from spring break. And we've been doing DLDs, so probably people have been sleeping in a lot. Um, you can hear my chickens in the background. Yeah, I, but anyway, good morning. As you can see, one of the benefits of the DLDs is that we can wear our beanies. Yeah, if you want to just check out, here's my chicken. This is Jackie. They're my like little neighbors outside. They're pretty cool. And so just to start out today, I'd love to share just a few things that I've been doing over spring break. I A few weeks before spring break, I started designing a tennis card game, mainly because I wanted to get back into the the board game making world, and I wanted to make something that's more that's a little bit faster and for two players rather than my epic six-player, 4 hour plus strategy game that I designed before. And so that's been a lot of fun working on. Although the problem is that you need a lot of like player-to-player interaction. So obviously haven't had many people to test it with. But that's been fun. I read a book. I read The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Can't recommend it enough. It's really excellent. I'm on to the next one, which is called Words of Radiance. Let's see, what else did I do? I finally learned how to make decent coffee. I was like, oh, I guess I should maybe like look at how to make this correctly rather than just throw some grounds in and just have it happen. Let's see, what else have I been up to? Yeah, I've been trying to take this opportunity to do a little bit more exercise, and so I've been trying to do that 6 days a week through the break, and yeah, and also trying to call someone every week. One interesting thing is that like my girlfriend, her housemate, was basically saying like, oh, like let's not have any contact outside the house, and so basically, in order for her to respect that, and we're trying to do our best with like the quarantine, so we've agreed not to like be in close proximity for the next 2 weeks. And so, in order to deal with that comedically, we decided to run between each other's houses, which is we live about 4 miles apart, so it's about 2 mile run. And then we did I realize it's dated now. Now everyone's doing TikTok dances, but we did a Fortnite dance off at the block where we met. And then, if you're a fan of The Office, we also had a Dwight and Angela style walk where like one of us was walking like really far forward in order to keep that 6 foot distance. So yeah, it's not super great, but we're we're dealing with it comedically, and one of my other housemates is kind of in this similar boat. And so yeah, and I wanted to introduce you to at least one of my chickens. I guess the other ones aren't around, so I've got a good supply of eggs. Sadly, no backyard, so I've been struggling with wanting to go outside. And so yeah, I guess with that, probably many of you are dealing with some version of cabin fever, as I've described it like often over these last few weeks. That it's just kind of like a slowly like boiling anxiety, and some things I've been doing to help deal with that is like one, going for a walk. Sometimes actually like really early in the morning or really late at night could be good, and obviously doing a little bit of exercise. I try to use my mornings to take start out in quiet. And if you're in my Christian lifestyles class, we're going to talk about this. But I try to like limit my news. Only look at it like once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Um, And then yeah, and then I've been, let's see, yeah, doing some reading, and then also like having someone to talk to, especially about kind of anything that's going on right now. One of the things I've struggled with is that because I'm like in quarantine and not close to a lot of people that I care about, like a lot of things that are going on in my life that are stressing me out or causing me worry are fairly small, and that can make us think that they're not really like speakable. It's like your problems can seem much smaller, and then therefore they can bubble up a lot easier. And so it's really good to have someone to be able to even discuss like things that might seem to us as petty. And so that's just a little bit about my spring break and some encouragement going forward. I hope you had a good spring break, even in these like bizarre circumstances. And I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.